and welcome back to my channel, Gabby on Paper. I'm so excited for today's video because I am doing my very first cash stuffing. It's something I've been wanting to do for so long, and not having worked for 5 months, I wasn't able to do it. It just didn't make sense to cash stuff with the savings that I had lumped together in one account. So I decided to wait for my first paycheck, which I received yesterday. Today is April 30th. This paycheck was only for 1 week's worth of work. So it's not a full paycheck, and the amounts are not gonna be very much, but I just couldn't wait till my first full paycheck to get this done like I had planned on doing. I originally had planned on doing this mid-May, but I was just so excited, and I've been waiting to do this for so long, and I was ready to go. So I've decided to go ahead and get this filmed today with smaller amounts. So these are the supplies I'm using. I have my cash tray, my envelopes that I made myself. They are not very good, but it was my first attempt, and whatever, maybe down the line I'll fix them and make them straighter. Fix like the punches that they're not even, they're weird, and just make them better all around. But for now they'll work. I just want to get started. So again, cash tray, my binder, envelopes. I have this envelope full of cash from my bank, and then my budget binder. So this is my first time doing a cash stuffing, so bear with me as I try to figure out what the best way to do this is. I think the very first thing I will do is go over my envelopes and kind of discuss what each one is for, because it has evolved a little bit since my sinking funds video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have an extra envelope here. I'll put this out of the way, and I will put this over here for now. Let's see, the very first one's just extra. I literally had an extra envelope, didn't know what to do with it, so that's what this is. I'll just put this out of the way. First, I have my Christmas envelope, and this is for Christmas gifts, you know, food during Christmas, stockings, any activities we may do, anything like that, anything Christmas related will be funded by the money in this envelope. Gifts, this is mainly for birthday gifts from my family and my boyfriend and his family. But as I was thinking of this like earlier and what this sinking fund was for me, I realized I should include things like my anniversary gift to my boyfriend, any Valentine's Day gifts, and then like Father's Day. So I might need to adjust, but for now I'll stuff for birthdays as I get used to the whole sinking fund concept. Self-care. This will include haircuts and massages, at least for now. That's kind of the only two things I could think of that would fit in that category, and I love massages. I'm hoping to try to incorporate them into my budget first, like quarterly, and then hopefully monthly, and we'll go from there. So self-care will cover those two things, and if I need to adjust and add more things that would be covered by the category, I will. 1 month ahead is the envelope I'm using to do just that, get 1 month ahead, but I'm hoping to get 1 month ahead in my income, not my bills. So for example, I would have saved April's paychecks to pay, and then on May 1st I would pay all my bills, and you know, distribute my money amongst my sinking funds and my savings accounts and everything. So yeah. Then I have a dog, and this is for a future dog that we may someday get. So any adoption fees and like vet fees and dog beds, dog treats, all that will go in this fund. This is not a high priority one because right now we are enjoying our freedom, just being able to go and come and go as we please. But we do want to add a dog to our family at some point. Well, I'll go over this one last, so I'm gonna stick that in the back. Black Friday is for Black Friday shopping. I love it. I look forward to this every year, and this year I'm hoping to get one pretty pricey item, a hair straightener, and then if any small businesses have sales, I try to save my sales near the end of the year for Black Friday, or my purchases, I mean, so that hopefully I can buy things that I was planning on buying at a discount. But the intention is for it to be spent the weekend of Thanksgiving shopping the sales. Annual it's just for my annual expenses. So far, this would include my renter's insurance and Amazon, and then I think I might be splitting Beachbody with my boyfriend, and he pays that twice a year. So if we do end up splitting it, then I will include the sinking fund for that in this annual sinking fund, the savings for that in the annual sinking fund. Shopping is for my personal shopping. This would be for shoes, clothes, purses, things like that. I have a shopping problem really, and I'm trying to get that under control, but it's been super hard. I don't know what it is, because once upon a time, I didn't buy anything at all. When I was paying down my debt, I literally did not buy clothes, nothing for my hobbies, no shoes, no I had gone a year and a half without buying shoes or purses or anything, and that's really big for me. And I don't know what's happened, but now I am out of control, so I'm trying something a little different, in that I am trying to build up the savings and then allowing myself to spend freely from that savings category. So home, we are looking to buy some things for our apartment. So this will be, I think, just my half of what we're looking to spend. If my boyfriend decides he wants to do this with me, I'll stick his portion here and I'll indicate it somehow in my tracker. So the home category, we want to buy a chair for our living room and a rug, and then just any a couple other little things that we're hoping to buy, but mainly the chair is the biggest purchase, and then the rug. So I'm trying to save up for that. Hobbies, my favorite. This would be anything for my new hobby, YouTube, that I am loving so far, or my journaling type stuff, stationery, Japanese stationery, all of those things that I love to buy will come from this. And basically, I think what I'm gonna do, because realistically, I spend money on this every month, I'm gonna, until I build this up, give myself a budget in my spending, in my spending categories, and then anything I have left over, I will add to this envelope, as well as funding this when I do my cash stuffing for my sinking funds. So I'll get money in two different ways at the end of the month, and just regularly with my paychecks and the stuffing. Buffer, I am looking to increase my account buffer to $1,000. It's been at $300 for so long, and I don't know, I just feel I feel better with 1,000. It's a much better number in my head. I don't know why, I just picked that randomly, but that's what buffer is, and I'll be slowly building towards this instead of, just leaving 1,000 from a paycheck and then distributing the rest. I want to get started on these sinking funds, so I'm going to slowly build this. I will have a better idea how much my buffer is at once I get paid for the full 2 weeks in mid-May, and then I'll see how much I need to contribute, but I'm going to get started in the meantime. Oh, and for me, the buffer is my zero in my account. So for example, if I have $1,000 buffer, the $1,000 is zero for me. That is for an Uber emergency, because I do keep my money, my emergency fund, in a high yield savings account, and it can take 2 days to transfer. So having $1,000 buffer will be a mini emergency fund that I have, that I keep in my Chase account, and is available to me at any time. So that's what that is for. Travel is just for that. Any trips that come up, any vacations, I will fund with this envelope. And my ultimate travel goal is hefty. It's $5,000. I do already have some money to put towards this, a couple thousand, but I want to build the rest up to a $5,000 travel fund because I am dying. I need to go places. Like prior to COVID, we had a trip planned, whether it be like a small weekend trip or like a longer, slightly longer one, or even international trips. Pretty much every like 2.5 months, some kind of a little trip was planned. And since then, we've barely traveled, obviously. But I want to get back to that, and I want to be financially prepared for it. Oop, this snuck in there. So miscellaneous is just that, miscellaneous things that I haven't thought of that may randomly come up, that don't always come up. I want to have some amount saved and ready to go for when those things do happen. It's not going to be a huge amount. I'm thinking like $500 or so. So yeah. Computer, that is for my MacBook. I am just waiting for Apple to release a new MacBook, whether it be, I'm hoping for like a MacBook Pro, but I'm willing to do an Air or like a regular MacBook. I do have some gift cards that I got for my birthday that I'm going to apply towards it, and those $100 bills that you saw, that will go in there. It's cash that was left over from a trip I took earlier in the year. It's just been sitting in my wallet, and I decided to apply that towards my computer, and yes, this is a priority for me. And then the very last one is the Sunday Maybe. It's the one that I had found earlier and then I moved to the back, and I'm not going to share what this is, but this is a huge goal. Like, I don't expect to be able to say this within the next year or 2 years even, unless something crazy happens, but it's a dream of mine that I have that I'm not ready to share, but I am going to stuff this when I can, so if it ever becomes a possibility, I already have a bit saved to get going on that. How I plan on working this, I guess, is if I have any extra in my like spending categories that aren't going to the envelopes, like hobbies or shopping, any extras will come to here. And I hope I do have extras because I really want to get this funded in that way, not have to like dedicate anything from my regular savings, just like the leftovers, like availability from my budget. So hopefully I can get something saved for May. And that's it. Those are my envelopes that I am funding. I'm just gonna take out a couple that I'm not working on right now. These two, I think, is it. Hobbies, buffer, travel I'm not gonna do just yet because I do have a little bit of money and I want to get some money in these. Computer or something, maybe. We'll leave the rest in. Okay, and so I guess I did want to go over this. This is going to be my envelope planner thing. It is really small, so I'll probably have to buy one, but I don't want to be spending money that I really don't have right now. So I just pulled this out from my things, and I'm going to use this for the time being. I don't remember how much this costs. I want to say like it was pricey. It's a Giglio Slim Campagna in like matte Croco charcoal or something. I can never remember the order of the words, but I really like it. It's so pretty and it's so soft. So this will work for now. I've had this for like, oh gosh, maybe like 3 or 4 years, maybe 3 years, I guess. Oh God, it's kind of dirty, but I guess I'll just stick them all in there. No particular order right now until I figure out how to get this organized. And The holes don't match up. I had made some previously because I needed to get started, and the holes of like the new ones don't match up with the holes of the old ones, and I don't know why, because the dimensions should have been the same. So whatever. It's fine for now. I'll show you. So you can see how much, like, some of them, like this one's down here and this one sticks out by like a 1/4 inch. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's okay. All right, then the next thing I want to do is count the money. I went to the bank, I got a little bit of money in the denominations I wanted, but they are not crisp bills. So I was gonna use my calculator to add, just to be safe. So I have $50. Then we have, oh God, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So then plus 100. And we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, I put these in the wrong. See, this is not going very well. So that's how much I took out from the bank. I am going to include some cash that I kind of had just flopping around, like the hundreds for my, so it's all looking nice and full. So I'm just gonna go to my reference sheet with the sinking funds that I am stuffing today and how much I'm gonna put in each. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. All right, so first is Christmas. I need to get really get started on this because I don't have anything saved for Christmas, so I am putting $50. Ugh, it looks so cute. Gifts, so birthdays, only 30 for now. I do have a birthday coming up in May that I'm gonna have to pull some money out for, but I'll have a little more money by then, so it'll be fine. Self-care, this one doesn't get too many, or too much, I guess. So $13, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Black Friday is gonna get 25, that's 20 and 5. Annual is going to get 6 because really this one doesn't need too much. Shopping. Shopping, I am gonna give myself $38. That's 20, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have any plans to buy anything for the time being, but that can change at any second. But hopefully I'll have a chance to build this up a bit before I spend any money, before I want something. Home, which is like the furniture, will get 35. So that's 10. This is 20. $35. Hobbies, oh yes. So because I am giving myself some hobby money in my spending category, like in my May budget, I am only funding this with $5 in the hopes that I don't spend too much from my May budget and can put the remaining towards the hobbies category. Buffer, oh, I'm actually not funding Buffer today. It's not a huge priority right now, and I only pulled out $260 to fund my envelopes, so that's gonna get skipped for now. The computer, I'm stuffing 35, which is 20, 35. This 5 is all messed up. Miscellaneous is gonna get 13. That's 13. And the last one's the someday maybe, which is not gonna get any money. So that is it. I'm just gonna do a quick flip because I think it's so exciting to finally see money in these. These envelopes are really bothering me. I don't know how long I'm gonna have these for because I can't live like that. That is crazy. So I might have to buy some on Etsy because it was really hard. I'll try again probably once. And if it doesn't work out, if I can't get them looking nice, I will just buy some online, whatever. Oh, I'm not done because computer. So in the computer, I stuffed $35. But I forgot I had these hundreds that I wanted to add to that category that again, these are the ones I had saved from a trip earlier in the year. They've just been sitting in my wallet. So now there's 100, 200, 300, 20, 35. So $335 in my computer category. Aside from that, I have, let me tell you, $603.33 in Apple gift cards to buy my laptop when the time comes. So 603.33 plus 335. I have $938.33 ready to go for my computer when the time comes. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have a few extra dollar bills here. Should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. What I'm using this for is this envelope that I am keeping in my purse. It just says $1 bills, and it's for when people ask for it, like on the train or just walking the streets. I get approached a lot and by people who ask for like $1 or $2, and it just pains me to never have any cash. So I just pull out a small amount each paycheck, so when someone asks, I can give them, you know, a few dollars from this envelope. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have $12 because I already had 2 in there that I had found in my wallet, and my boyfriend gave me $1 to add to my little envelope. But this will just live in my purse. They're just savings, not my spending categories. So these will just stay on my desk. And then when I need them, I will likely, for example, purchase the laptop with my gift card and my credit card so I get points, and then deposit the cash from the envelope into my account to pay off my card is likely what I will do. So that is it. Yep. I think that is all I have for today's video. Sorry it was so chaotic, but it's my first one, so I'm hoping the next one's a little smoother. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.